Hello, everyone. Welcome to Elevating Your Life. And it's going to be an elevating day today. I am just thrilled to share with you my so awesome guest. Today we have with us Dr. Kimberley Linert. She is a creative visionary. She loves people, and it is her intention to help people feel important and loved. She is a behavioral optometrist. Hope I said that right. Author, speaker, and broadcast host. And I have to say, I had the great honor of being on her show. Her platform, Incredible Life Creator, inspires people to find their passion and purpose and live it and find happiness, significance, and fulfillment while reaching their highest potential in life. Dr. Linert's proprietary Incredible Life Creator methodology is used to help individuals, groups, and organizations define and bring light that is a deeper, more meaningful purpose, and that leads to satisfaction and success. For an even deeper dive, she offers exclusive healing and high performance retreats in beautiful places. How awesome is that? And also, she is the author of the amazing book, Visualizing Happiness. So first off, yay, thank you. Oh, I love it. Welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm just honored to share you with everyone. I'm so thrilled. Well, would you like to share any more of your background, and then maybe kind of what drew you to write your amazing book?
Yeah, so my background is in behavioral optometry, and not everyone always knows what that means. So, optometrist is an eye doctor who checks people's eyes for glasses and contacts and makes sure everything's healthy. And I do that. But a behavioral optometrist has extensive training in developmental optometry, which is like how the eyes are developed, how we actually start to see and use our eyes, and how they work together as a team. And so we work with individuals who are having difficulty with the functional part of vision. So when I work with someone, I'm looking at the whole person to see how they're functioning in life. I'm not just looking at their eyeballs, I'm looking at everything. And that goes everywhere from nutrition to how they are doing emotionally, mentally, even their relationships with their families. And then the thing that I do the best is integrating vision, brain, and body. And so I had a therapy center where people would learn skills that would integrate into life. And sometimes they'd have them on a balance beam or a balance board or a trampoline. And I'm having them do different things with their eyes, with prisms, with lenses, with different things that would change the world to make them very flexible. And the funny thing is that it does integrate into life, where they start doing better at school, they start doing better in their career, they start doing better as far as they just feel better about themselves as far as their confidence. And they feel like they can do anything because I've taken the blind spots away. I've broken down patterns that aren't working and implemented patterns that do, and they practice it until it's automated and it just integrates into the rest of their lives. So that was what I've done for many, many years. And after many years of doing that and having all this experience in all these different areas, from trauma clearing to brain work to nutrition, um, I thought to myself, I don't really want to die with all this information inside of me, because there's so many practitioners like me who have gained all this experience and knowledge because we study. Most of the people who are in my type of profession, we're always researching, we're always studying, we're always learning new things and mastering things. And I had a colleague who was brilliant. He was a neurologist and a chiropractor, and he all of a sudden got sick and died, like in his late 50s. And that had a big impact on me, because I said, I am not going to die with all that knowledge in me, because basically when he died, everything he knew was gone, and he was at the cutting edge And so I said, I don't want that to, die in me. And so I asked them, "And what do you do if you want to disseminate information?" And they said, "Well, you become a speaker. So you can speak to a lot of people instead of just one at a time, and you write a book." And so that's what I did. So I learned speaking from some of the best in the world, Les Brown and many others that people would know. And because I was always shy, so I never really wanted to be a speaker. But but having the right skills does give you confidence, right? When you know you can do something. And
Yeah.
so I learned from the best, and then I wrote my book, Visualizing Happiness in Every Area of Your Life. And
Oh,
this book talks about how to create a life that you love, and it starts with very basic things. It's kind of like a little workbook. Who am I? What do I like? What's important to me? What are my values? Who are the important people I want in my life? What about the different areas of my life, going over the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual? How do I want to put that together? And I show people by the time they're done doing the little workbook, if you will, there's questions at the end of every chapter. They have gotten all the information they need to put it all together at the end. So if they actually work through it and actually write it down, they're going to have a finished product by the time they're done reading the book. The other thing that's in there is stories from different people and how they found happiness. Because I did extensive research just on what makes people happy. I mean, it took me a really long time. And I found out that it's different for everyone. And so I have examples of different people's stories about how they found happiness and fulfillment in their life. And it's all very different, very different. Not everyone experiences it the same. I mean, some people, they just want to be with their family and they live in the country in this little country house and, you know, make their own bread. And then someone else, they want to live on Rodeo Drive with their little puppy and go shopping, but
mhm.
it doesn't matter what it is. You have to find what makes you happy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. And that is just so true. You know, with everyone, it's different things. And, because we're all unique. That is so amazing.
So, yeah. And I was going to say, so if you want to get a book that looks like this, this pretty yellow sunshiny cover, you can get it on Amazon. And if you just want to get the content, if you go to my website, Dr. Kimberly Linert, and it's spelled DrKimberlyLinert.com, drkimberlylinert.com. If you go to my website, you can actually get a free PDF download of it. So if you don't care about having the shiny little cover, and you just want the information, you can get it there. I just ask for your name, your email, and your phone number in exchange because would love to keep in contact with you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I can imagine what it's been like for you working with so many people and helping them and opening up. And now your book is helping people as well in a whole different area and outlet. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. That is so amazing.
Thank you.
Something that I love is I want to ask you, what is the importance of expanding your vision to create more possibilities and opportunities in life? Tell us about that. What your thoughts on that are.
Yeah. So because I have so much experience in the vision area, what I noticed as I worked with people is it's like as people use their physical and physiological vision and started getting it better, it opens up their emotional, their mental, even spiritual eyes or vision. So it's like peeling an onion. All of a sudden they feel like, oh, I can do this. And then all of a sudden they notice there's more things they can do. And there was techniques I used that would actually expand a person's visual field. In other words, how much they see at a time. And when you do that, they see more possibilities. There's more choices. So most people, especially with the way our society is now, we're all in front of screens. Most people are walking around with a restricted visual field. They're kind of walking around like blinders on, like when we put on a horse or an animal. They're kind of walking around like this, but they don't know it. they think they're seeing everything in the world, but they're only seeing a little piece. And the
Mm.
problem with that is if you're this restricted and the piece of the world you're looking at is unhappy, you're going to
Mm.
be unhappy. If the piece you're looking at is happy, oh, this is great, you know? So if you think of the world as a big jigsaw puzzle and it's got all these pieces, but you're only seeing certain ones, you can't tell what the puzzle looks like. You can't see the whole picture, right? But
Yeah,
if you were to open the door wide, you can see everything.
the whole
So,
puzzle.
yeah, so then you have all these possibilities, almost overwhelming possibilities, right? Because you're like, wow, I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that. But people don't realize it because they're so restricted. And there's the other side of that too. There's people who are actually they're wide open, but they can't focus. So they're not restricted like this, but they're just like everything attracts them. They're following, chasing this squirrel over here and chasing this squirrel over here, and they can't focus to save their lives, and that's not helpful either because when they have to focus on their job or on schoolwork or if they're an athlete, they have to focus on the ball. That's a problem. We
Yeah.
have to use our central and our peripheral vision together. So you need to open up the visual field, but be able to focus clearly, like focus on a goal. If you're going towards something that you want to achieve, you want to be able to focus on the goal clearly, but you want to be able to open up your vision so you can see the path and you can see, well, I could go this way or this way. Because if I go this way, I'm going to run into a mountain. If I go this way, oh, there's a helicopter over there. I could get on that and get to my goal faster. So you want to use your central and peripheral vision together, and that's how it opens up the possibilities in your life.
Oh, wow, that is fascinating. Oh my gosh. What you have learned and what you have shared with others. Oh my gosh. Ah, and
Mhm.
and this creates just amazing changes and openings for people. And I, what's it been like over the years helping people and seeing what your training and your wisdom and education has done for them? I bet that's just been amazing.
It's really fulfilling for me and it's life changing for others. There was a lady that I worked with, and she came in because she was having really bad headaches. She was stressed out. She had a job where her boss was not fun to work with. She was in a relationship that wasn't that great. She was quite overweight and basically pretty unhappy. And so we worked with her to get her eyes working together so she can use her, central peripheral vision. And the headaches went away. That was one of the first things. But she started to feel better. And then when we finished our um, therapy with someone, usually within, 6 months, they come back for their 6 month checkup. So this lady comes back for her 6 month checkup, and I hardly recognized her. She had lost about 30 pounds. She had cut her hair. She had makeup on
Oh,
and she was smiling. She was beaming. And I said, wow, what happened? And
oh,
she went on to tell me that um she, lost the weight 'cause she was feeling better. She got a new job that she's really happy with. She kicked the mean boyfriend out and
love
and she
it.
was doing great and she looked like she was doing great. And the basic reason for that is that when people have something like a blind spot, something restricting them, keeping them from reaching their highest potential, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like you can't do anything. And so as soon as you can open that up for people and they say, "Oh, I can do this," their confidence just gets bigger and bigger exponentially, just gets bigger and to the point where they feel like they can do so many things. And this was, this lady, this was really dramatic. Not everybody who comes to me loses weight, kicks out a mean boyfriend, and gets a new job. But But you see what I mean? It's those layers of pulling away those things that are holding you back that allows you to soar.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And clearing all the obstacles and creating that flow in our life. I mean, in all aspects of our life, that can make such a huge difference, can't it?
Mhm.
So what would you say if someone's like, yeah, I have a lot of obstacles and I feel like I'm just held down, and what would you say to them for like a first step into create some of that beautiful flow? Would it be self-care, love? What would you recommend?
This is really basic, but I would start here. When you notice people who are sad or feeling down, how is their body? They're looking down, their shoulders are slumps. They might not be sitting up straight. So the first thing I would tell them to do is sit up straight or stand up straight and take a breath and then look out, not looking down, look out and just start by, outside is better, like outdoors. So look outside and see everything outside and just be thankful for seeing the outside because I always say the best things in life are free,
Mm,
fresh
mm.
air, water, the beautiful nature, the sunshine. And in most places, there's parks you can go to that are free. Even if you live in a cement block house, you can go to a park or you can look out a window. So I think, first of all, you just want to get yourself feeling better so you even feel motivated to move on to the next step. And there's lots of next steps we can do with that. But look out and just appreciate your
Yeah.
beautiful life where you live. You, this little person, if you look down from the sky, this little person that God gave you all this beautiful clouds and animals and trees and grass and flowers and butterflies. In Georgia, we have lots of butterflies. You have all this to look at. So just start by
Mm.
looking up, opening your vision and looking to see what's there and just being thankful for being here, being alive, and being able to breathe and to be
Oh,
able to look
wow.
out.
I love it. Something for many, many years I've done this, and I've kind of said to myself, this is my eye exercise. I love going out and looking, maybe looking at the clouds or something, but looking far away and
Mhm.
just enjoying that view instead of something right in front of me. I just love looking at something far away. I just get such a feeling of joy out of that.
Yeah, you're really centering yourself. You're opening up yourself even from a spiritual standpoint. So that's one of the techniques I teach people is look up at the trees and then kind of look above them at the clouds and see as much of the sky as much as you can, and breathe and relax. And then just slowly lower your eyes until you can see the tops of the trees. And one of the things you're going to notice, as long as you don't have one eye that's blind or something, as long as you have two eyes, you're going to notice that the trees look like they're 3D, like they're really popping out. The clouds are really popping out. They're really 3D, and things become like they look more alive and more real. Now, there are some people that have amblyopia or a lazy eye or an eye that
Oh,
turns and their two eyes don't work
lazy eye.
together. And when they have that, they don't get as much 3D as someone who does have eyes that work together.
Yeah. Oh, how fun. Yeah, I have a lazy eye. In kindergarten, I wore a patch over one eye.
Mhm,
Oh, how fun. Yeah. Something that simple can just be so wonderful, can't it?
mhm.
I mean, what you can share with so many people over, what helping them with their vision and their eyes, it goes so far beyond that, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow. So with your book, they're making notes, and then at the end of the book, they kind of fill it all out. And that just, tell us about that. What can be
Sure,
expected from that? What are
sure.
some-
So, it's actually very easy. I wrote this book so that if you're 9 years old or older, you could read it and you could do it and you would get something out of it. The first part where it's asking, who am I? It's really simple. One of the first questions, am I an introvert or an extrovert? Do I like to work with people or data? Do I like environments where you're working alone or would I rather work with people? And then it goes deeper. Those are some of the simpler ones, but first of all, if to be happy, you want to put yourself in an environment that makes you happy.
Yeah.
So if you're a people person and they put you behind a desk doing paperwork or sitting at the computer, you're going to go nuts. You're going to hate that,
That's true.
you know? And so you want to figure that out. And there's, other personality tests in here. There's other ones where it's asking your values. And I don't know if you can see this, pages and pages of values where you go through and you circle what are my values and then you prioritize them. And then it teaches you how to actually make decisions based on your values. Because when we're out of our values, when we're not doing what we feel is morally and ethically right, we're going to be unhappy. We have to know what our ethics are, what we believe in, what's important, what our values are, and we need to live by them. Because if we don't live by them, I think that of of many things, um, that's one of the things that can cause the most unhappiness when you give in to someone else's values or you're not being true to yourself. That is like the worst thing you can do because you can cause a lot of unhappiness. I think it goes even deep enough that you can become so unhappy that it can cause even physical ailments in the body when you are not living according to your ethics. It's
Oh,
that important.
I love it. I love it. And I love that it's for 9 or older. My goodness, I'm gonna get a copy for my granddaughter. I love it. Tell us about your show, a little bit about your show and where the audience can watch that, Kimberly.
Yeah, my show is called Incredible Life Creator, and it's on YouTube and wherever you can listen to podcasts. And I interview people from different walks of life just to find out what gives them happiness, fulfillment, how they're putting their gifts out into the world. And the idea is for people to find their purpose and passion and live it. And I do that by having such a variety of guests. I mean, I have everyone from, I call it from carnivores to vegan people. It doesn't matter. It's a platform for people to come on, be their authentic selves, and show the world who they are and how they're living their life. And the idea is to spark the interest and the creativity of the listeners so they can be thinking, I'm still thinking, what's missing in my life? What else would I like to do? What would I like to add to my life? Oh, listen to what that person is saying. Oh, I could do that, or maybe a version of that. So the idea is to spark that creativity when people are listening. And so not everyone's going to resonate with every guest, obviously, because they're so different. But the hope is that you can resonate with some of them
Yeah,
and learn or add something to your life. And of course, highlight people who are doing amazing things in the world, like you. That's why I had you on my show because you're doing this. You're putting out the good word to people, the joy of life, the happiness. Why am I happy? Well, gee, why not be happy, right?
we are the happiness promoters. Let's all just be happy. I love it. And we can be. We can be. And you help so many others in branching out and being happier and successful. I am so grateful for that, for all you do and all the lives you're affecting. And gosh, you're awesome. We have a few minutes left in the show. So what last message, what do you want the audience to think about today as we say goodbye?
I just think the most important thing is to love yourself. Know that you are loved, that you're important, you're needed, and whatever your gifts or talents are that you came into this world with or the ones you're discovering, please master them, live them, do them, and then share them with us, because we all have a special gift. We're all unique. I love the special, unique differences in us, whether it be our talents or gifts or cultures, or, different families grow up thinking and doing different things. I really, really honor and love seeing the differences. And I want each person who's listening right now to just be you, just be yourself, your quirky self, because that's who God made you to be. And that's who we all want to experience, and just share your gifts, talents with us. And we can all enjoy you, and you can enjoy everyone else.
Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you so much. Do you see yourself writing another book, Kimberly, or what?
Actually, I'm working on the second version of Visualizing Happiness right now, and I'm actually adding more happiness stories to it, and I've already collected some of them. So
Oh,
yeah,
I love that. I love that. That's going to be fantastic. When do you believe that will be available?
either the end of the year, or probably December or January.
Oh, we will have to connect on that. Oh my gosh. And I just can't thank you enough for all you do for others, and you know what you've opened up for so many people. Because really, yeah, being unique and being ourselves is, that's a key to so much, isn't it?
Mhm.
Wow. It's an eye opener.
Yes, it is. I love that.
Oh, Kimberly, thank you so much. Well, please share your website one more time.
Sure,
And
it's
any other
Doctor.
links, or I mean, are you on LinkedIn or Facebook? Maybe let everyone know.
Sure. It's drkimberlylinert.com, DrKimberleyLinert.com. And I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook. And if you try and find me on Instagram, I'm there, but I haven't figured out how to work it yet. So LinkedIn or Facebook is better.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thank you for doing so much for others. I am so thrilled to have you on the show, Kimberly. You are just amazing, and I just love it. And everyone out there joining us today, here's for visualizing our happiness. Yes, it's that day, and we can do that every day. Love, hugs, and blessings to everyone. Kimberly, love, hugs, and blessings. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, goodbye, everyone.